Looking for pure stopping power with a side of classic American muscle? The 45 ACP is still king, and 2025 proves it's not going anywhere. From iconic legends to modern tactical beasts, these are the 10 best 45 ACP pistols of 2025. Let's get into it. Number 7. Sig Sauer P220. The Sig Sauer P220 is a true classic in the world of handguns. First introduced in 1975 and laying the groundwork for what would become a modern standard in semi-automatic pistols. When it arrived on the scene, it brought with it the innovative Sig Sauer system and helped usher in the era of double-action/single action (DA/SA) handguns. The P220 was instrumental in introducing American shooters to Sig's engineering philosophy, and its legacy has only grown since then. Remarkably, the P220 has remained in continuous production for nearly 5 decades, a testament to its reliability, performance, and enduring popularity. Today's standard models come with a durable nitrile finish and an accessory rail, keeping the design current without sacrificing its roots. Back in the mid-70s, high-capacity 45 ACP pistols were virtually non-existent. Sig Sauer made a smart choice by going with a single-stack 8-round magazine. This design kept the grip slim and comfortable, especially important for shooters with smaller hands, without compromising control. Interestingly, the P220 has outlived even its own supposed successor, the double-stack P227, which was discontinued after a relatively short run. One of the standout features of the P220 is how accessible the trigger is, particularly when in single-action mode, which is rare for a 45 ACP pistol. The DA/SA trigger system in the P220 series is one of the best in the business. Sig Sauer's placement of the decocker is intuitive and ergonomic, making it easy and safe to transition from single to double action. The grip, while a bit thicker than some single-stack pistols, does a great job of soaking up recoil, making the P220 comfortable and controllable even during extended range sessions. It's a well-balanced firearm with excellent handling characteristics, suitable for both professional use and recreational shooting. Sig Sauer has continued to evolve the P220, offering modern upgrades like optics-ready slides and the highly regarded Legion series, which includes single-action-only variants for enhanced precision. While its magazine capacity may seem limited by today's standards, that's a small trade-off considering the overall quality, shootability, and proven track record of this firearm. For anyone looking for a dependable 45 ACP with refined controls and a legacy of excellence, the P220 still holds its place at the top, and that's why it earns the number 1 spot on this list. Number 6. M1911. It's impossible to make a serious list of 45 ACP pistols without including the legendary M1911. This is the gun that started it all, the original 45 ACP pistol, and more than a century after its introduction, it remains one of the most beloved and widely produced handguns in the world. From budget-friendly models that cost a few $100s to ultra-premium custom-built masterpieces costing several thousand, there's a 1911 for every shooter in every budget. Its timeless design, proven performance, and historical pedigree continue to captivate both collectors and modern shooters alike. The M1911 is a single-action-only platform that feeds from a single-stack magazine, with capacities typically ranging from 7 to 10 rounds depending on the model and magazine used. While the original full-size version features a 5-inch barrel and a full-length grip, compact variants like the Commander and Officer models are also available. That said, the classic full-size configuration is often regarded as the most reliable, especially when chambered in its original caliber, 45 ACP. One of the 1911's most enduring strengths is its slim ergonomic grip. Despite its caliber, the gun feels remarkably natural in the hand. It points easily, sits comfortably, and the controls are laid out in a way that just makes sense. The thumb safety, grip safety, and slide lock are all easily accessible and intuitive to use. While the gun has a number of safety features, they're unobtrusive and don't interfere with rapid operation. In terms of shooting dynamics, the M1911 offers a smooth, almost gentle recoil impulse that feels more like a firm push than a sharp snap. It's a satisfying shooting experience, especially for those who appreciate a softer, more controllable 45. Shooting in 1911 evokes a sense of history. You can't help but feel connected to the GS of World War II, who carried this very design into battle. Even entry-level models offer surprisingly crisp triggers and solid accuracy, giving shooters a taste of that old-school combat feel without breaking the bank. However, the platform isn't without drawbacks. With its relatively low magazine capacity and heavier steel frame, it's far from the most efficient or modern option on the market today. Still, for many, the 1911's classic charm, stellar ergonomics, and undeniable legacy make it a must-own, and a worthy addition to any top-tier 45 ACP list. Number 5. Glock 21 Gen 5. Following the legendary M1911, it's only fitting to talk about its modern counterpart, and depending on who you ask, its fiercest rival, the Glock 21. While the guns themselves aren't true rivals in design or philosophy, their fan bases often are, sparking endless debates over tradition versus innovation. Regardless of the online chatter, the Glock 21 has earned its place in the .45 ACP world by delivering everything Glock is known for: simplicity, reliability, and rugged effectiveness, all in a platform that brings high capacity to a caliber traditionally associated with limited magazine space. What truly sets the Glock 21 apart is how it successfully introduced a double-stack .45 ACP without making the grip comically large. It's certainly a full-size pistol, but still very manageable for most shooters. With a flush-fitting magazine that holds 13 rounds, the G21 more than doubles the capacity of many traditional .45s. The SF, or short-frame version, even trims down the grip slightly, making it more accessible to shooters with smaller hands. It's a smart move that maintains capacity while improving ergonomics. Now in its 5th generation, the Glock 21 has evolved in meaningful ways. Gen 5 models come with ambidextrous slide stops, a flared magwell, a recontoured and more comfortable grip texture, and the Glock Marksman barrel, which improves accuracy right out of the box. There's also an MOS, modular optic system, variant available, allowing for easy mounting of red dot optics, an increasingly important feature for modern defensive pistols. Pair it with a quality weapon light, and the G21 transforms into a truly contemporary fighting handgun, ready for anything from home defense to duty use. If I had to choose a .45 ACP pistol to take into battle today, the Glock 21 would be at the top of my list. Its reliability is nearly unmatched. Glock pistols have proven time and time again that they can function in the harshest conditions with minimal maintenance. It's no wonder many special operations forces around the world trust Glocks in critical environments. That said, the factory sights remain one of the Glock's few weak points. For a pistol this capable, the cheap plastic sights feel like an oversight. Thankfully, there are countless high-quality aftermarket options available to fix that shortcoming. Overall, the Glock 21 is a powerhouse of practicality, blending modern features with legendary dependability in a high-capacity .45 package. Number 4. FNX-45 Tactical. In today's handgun market, features like accessory rails, optics-ready slides, and threaded barrels are practically standard. But before this trend fully took hold, FN was already there with the FNX-45 Tactical. Long before these features became the norm, FN was ahead of the curve, quietly delivering one of the most forward-thinking .45 ACP pistols to hit the market. Even years later, the FNX-45 Tactical remains one of the most complete and modern .45 ACP handguns available, combining battle-ready features with everyday practicality. Built around a durable polymer frame, the FNX-45 Tactical offers a flush-fitting 10-round magazine that maintains a comfortable grip size while still upping the capacity over traditional single stacks. For those who want more firepower, FN also provides an extended 15-round magazine. That's a serious boost in a world where most .45 ACP pistols are still stuck in single-digit territory. The FNX-45 also uses a DA/SA trigger system and includes a manual safety, allowing for cocked and locked carry, a nod to traditional 1911 fans, but in a thoroughly modern package. Where this pistol really shines is in its optics-ready capability. While many pistols today claim to be optic-ready, the FNX-45 Tactical actually walks the walk. FN includes suppressor height iron sights that co-witness cleanly through a red dot, which is a crucial feature if your optic ever fails or the battery dies mid-use. The gun ships with mounting plates that support a wide range of popular optics, including offerings from Trijicon and Holosun, making it ready for serious defensive use straight out of the box. Add in the threaded barrel, and you're ready for a suppressor or compensator. No aftermarket work required. In terms of performance, the FNX-45 Tactical delivers. It's soft shooting for a .45, well-balanced and impressively accurate. The single-action trigger pull is crisp and clean, providing excellent control for precision shooting. The double-action pull, while perfectly serviceable, isn't quite as refined. It's heavier and less smooth than some other DA/SA setups out there. Still, it's far from a deal-breaker. Overall, the FNX-45 Tactical is a pistol that was years ahead of its time and still holds its own among the best .45 ACP handguns on the market today. If you're looking for a truly modern .45, this one should be on your radar. Number 3. Heckler Koch 45. The HK-45 series is a modern evolution of legendary 45 ACP platforms, like the HK-USP-45 and the massive Mark 23. It was designed with the goal of delivering a next-generation service pistol optimized specifically for the 45 ACP cartridge. Originally developed for the U.S. military's Joint Combat Pistol program, which ultimately fizzled out, the HK-45 still managed to prove itself in elite circles. It was officially adopted by the U.S. Navy SEALs as the MK-24 Mod 0, and the design had direct input from two of the most respected names in the firearms world: Delta Force veteran Larry Vickers and renowned instructor Ken Hackathorn. That pedigree alone speaks volumes about the pistol's intended performance level. Built to withstand extreme abuse, the HK-45 inherits the bomb-proof reliability of its predecessors. This is a pistol you can issue to a new recruit and trust it to survive battlefield conditions, environmental punishment, and sheer negligence. The durability of this handgun is one of its standout traits. It's overbuilt in all the right ways, following HK's long-standing tradition of military-grade engineering. It's not a question of whether it can survive rough use, it's designed to thrive in it. Ergonomically, the HK-45 is a pleasant surprise. Despite being a double-stack 45, the grip is slim and well-contoured, offering comfort and control without the typical bulk you'd expect from high-capacity 45s. The flush-fitting magazine holds 10 rounds, striking a good balance between capacity and shootability. The standard model features a DA/SA trigger system, but HK offers numerous variants to suit different preferences, including DAO, LAM, Dick Hocker-only, safety-equipped, and combination control models. This modularity gives users flexibility in selecting a configuration that matches their mission or shooting style. Another highlight is HK's USP-style recoil reduction system, which essentially uses a dual recoil spring to mitigate felt recoil. While HK tends to market it with a bit of flair, the system does work. The HK-45 is noticeably soft-shooting for a 45 ACP, and that helps improve control and follow-up shots without compromising durability or reliability. However, the pistol isn't without drawbacks. First, they can be hard to find, and when you do, they're typically not cheap. Second, despite being a modern combat handgun, the HK-45 hasn't kept up with some of today's trends. Namely, there's no factory optics-ready version. That absence limits its appeal in a world where red dots are quickly becoming the norm. Still, for those seeking a rugged, no-nonsense 45 ACP designed for hard use, the HK-45 remains a top-tier choice. Number 2. CZ97B. As a longtime CZ enthusiast, I've always had a soft spot for the CZ75B, so it's no surprise that the CZ97B earns a place on this list. The 97B is essentially the 45 ACP version of the beloved 75B, sharing the same internal design, DA/SA trigger system, and overall feel, with a few changes to accommodate the larger caliber. Naturally, the B-Fire 45 ACP round makes the 97B larger and heavier, but CZ managed to retain the outstanding ergonomics and shootability that made the 75 series legendary. What's particularly interesting is the context in which the CZ97B was born. It was developed during the Clinton-era assault weapons ban, when magazine capacity was legally limited to 10 rounds. CZ clearly leaned into this limitation, reasoning that if you could only have 10 rounds, they might as well be 45 ACP. The result was a 10-round flush-fit magazine that delivers full-size firepower without excess bulk, and CZ still found a way to shape the grip so that it feels great in nearly any hand. With a subtle beaver tail and a nicely undercut trigger guard, the 97B promotes a high, firm grip that enhances control and comfort. Another advantage of the CZ97B is the slide-to-frame fit, a design trait inherited from the CZ75 that results in a lower-profile slide. This reduces reciprocating mass, which helps cut down on felt recoil and muzzle rise. The end result is a soft-shooting 45 that handles recoil better than many of its competitors. Follow-up shots are faster, and overall control is noticeably improved. Combined with the weight of the all-metal frame, the pistol manages the 45's muzzle energy with exceptional smoothness. The DA/SA trigger is another strong point. Both the double and single action pulls are clean and predictable, although the reset is a touch longer than ideal. Still, the trigger feel is solid, and it contributes to the gun's overall accuracy and shootability. This is a pistol that rewards precision and control. Two things CC's fans know and love. Unfortunately, CC recently discontinued the 97B, which is a shame considering how well it performed in its niche. That said, the silver lining is that these guns are still available on the secondary market and aren't terribly hard to find for now. If you're looking for a high-quality 45 ACP pistol with outstanding ergonomics, smooth recoil, and classic CC craftsmanship, the 97B is absolutely worth seeking out before they disappear for good. Number 1. Ruger Vaquero. I always like to throw in a wild card when talking about 45 ACP handguns, and for this list, that role goes to the Ruger Vaquero. Now, this isn't your typical semi-automatic pistol. It's a single-action revolver modeled closely after the iconic Colt's single-action army. You don't usually find revolvers chambered for automatic cartridges, but Ruger breaks convention here. The Vaquero is available in a dedicated 45 ACP configuration, or as a convertible model, that includes cylinders for both 45 long Colt and 45 ACP, offering some serious versatility. Personally, I'm partial to the 3.75-inch barrel version with the birdshed grip and stainless steel finish. It's a compact, well-balanced revolver with a great old-school look and feel. Of course, Ruger also offers longer barrel options and the classic plow handle grip if you're aiming for more traditional aesthetics or improved accuracy at range. But the standout advantage of the 45 ACP Vaquero, beyond its unique style, is ammunition cost and availability. 45 Colt is notoriously pricey and often harder to find. Shooting 45 ACP instead makes the Vaquero much more range-friendly and economical, while still giving you that classic cowboy feel. You're still getting that buttery smooth single-action trigger, the satisfying hammer cock, and the unmistakable feel of a cowboy revolver, but now with modern, widely available ammo. There's a broad range of 45 ACP loads out there, from the standard 230 grain damage to hotter hollow points, making it suitable for everything from range fun to backwoods predator defense. And despite being a rimless cartridge, the 45 ACP is well supported in this revolver thanks to smart cylinder design. It headspaces off an internal shoulder and ejects cleanly with the built-in rod, keeping the loading and unloading process quick and simple. The 45 ACP version of the Vaquero isn't the easiest to find, but Ruger's convertible models and aftermarket 45 ACP cylinders give shooters some flexibility. If you already own a 45 Colt Vaquero, it's not hard to find a conversion cylinder that adds 45 ACP capability. It's a clever and practical way to bring modern ammunition into a timeless design. In a world dominated by polymer-framed semi-autos, the Ruger Vaquero in 45 ACP stands out as a stylish, fun-to-shoot, and surprisingly practical revolver that keeps the spirit of the Old West alive, just with a more wallet-friendly caliber. Whether you're into old-school icons or cutting-edge combat pistols, the 45 ACP lineup in 2025 has something for everyone. From sleek carry guns to powerhouse duty pistols, these firearms prove the 45 is still a force to be reckoned with. If you enjoyed the list, be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment, letting us know your favorite 45 ACP or which one you think we missed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.